Hello everyone, I welcome you all again. My name is Hitesh and I welcome you to Trade Brains YouTube channel. Now before moving forward, if you are new to this channel, please comment, like and subscribe to our videos. And also please don't forget to press the bell notification icon so whenever we launch a new video, you get a notification for the same. Now this chapter is a very interesting one because we are going to discuss important technical analysis factor. Now we all understand that if you are into trading, that is in day trading or short term trading or even medium term trading, technical factors play a major role, even more so than the fundamental factors, because not every time in the market you're going to have some news or events coming up. So to trade that time, we need technical factors to support our views in the market. Now with the help of this video, we're going to be talking about the most important form of, or the most basic form of technical factor, that is understanding the concept of supports and resistances in the market. I mean, if you were to go through any news channel, any article, we must have heard about that. Okay, Nifty is having a stiff resistance at 11,000, or Nifty is going to get supported around 10,400, or this looks like a very good trend line support or trend line resistance in the market. Now, we all hear those terms, but we need to understand what those terms means. What does support mean in the market? What does resistance mean in the market? Now, through this video, we're going to be trying to understand the basic gamut of what these important terminologies mean. Now, what exactly do you think are supports, or what exactly do you think are resistances? Now, support to me is something which brings a lot of reinforcement in the market. When I say reinforcement, what I'm trying to say is that support is a point at which there's a lot of buying pressure happens in the market, or where basically the supply fizzles out, or basically that's a point where the sellers are trying to book their profits in the market because they don't expect the price to fall down much further. Now, how is the support constructed? Now, support is simply constructed from the point of view of that there's a lot of volume has happened there, maybe a lot of buying has come into picture there, or maybe that is what the buyers feel is the right price for the product, and they want to keep constantly buying it. And whenever something spends a substantial amount of time at a certain point, a certain level, or even if something has a lot of volume happening at that point, that ends up being a support in the market. And similarly for resistance, resistance is simply a point which has a lot of supply in the market. That is the point beyond which the buyers feel that the product is too expensive, or the sellers feel that is just the right price to sell the product. So to construct a support, time is an important factor. That is the amount of time spent there, and even the volume which happens there is also becomes a very important factor in the market. And once the support and resistance are constructed on a certain underlying asset or maybe a stock of a company, you tend to have a feel that whenever the market again tries to visit that point, or whenever market tries to breach that point, that becomes a very important pivot. You see a lot of buying or selling tussle between the buyers and the sellers, which happens in the market at that point. So that is how we understand the concept of support. Now, this is an article published by tradebrains.in, which gives you a very detailed description about what are supports, resistance with the help of example. We're going to be taking a reference from this article to understand a few definitions and few characteristics of supports and resistances. Now, before understanding that, if you are someone who's willing to learn technical analysis in detail, TradeBrains Academy is launching its new course on technical analysis. You can have a look at the details of the course. I am going to mention the link in the description, and I'm going to also mention the link on the screen itself. You can go to the website and have a look, have a read about the same. Now, what exactly are supports? Now, if you look at this chart at the center of the screen, you see this line getting supported. So the support need not be one constant point. It can be multiple points on the chart, and even the resistances can be multiple points in the chart. They are basically the point which has seen a lot of buying and selling pressure, or which has seen most price action or action in the market. So that is how we get to understand what are supports and resistances in the market. Now, to give you a basic example in the center of screen, if you look at this chart of, say, HDFC Bank, this is a daily chart, and you see a trend line support being constructed here. So as in when the market tried to reach there, it just bounced off. Similarly, when the support was breached, we saw a substantial fall in the market, and the market came down to next, or the old support on the price of HDFC Bank. So which is why supports and resistance are important, because once the support is breached or even a resistance is breached, it normally targets the next support or resistance in the market. That is how you understand the concept of supports and resistances. Now let us take few live examples to understand the concept in detail. Now the first example which I'll be taking here is the share price of Bharti Airtel. Now this looks a very plain simple chart, nothing much, but you must be seeing I plotted 3 or 4 lines on the chart of it. Now what do these lines imply? If I were to shrink this chart, now if you look at this line dividing the two zones, below the market spent a substantial amount of nearly 1.5 years below this line. The market was above this line before that, before this zone. That is, I'm talking about a zone of maybe like April 2019, and market spent time above this zone, and I'm talking about time period after December 2020. So during that 18 period, the market stayed below it, and it became a very important resistance for the market. So as and when the market went to those levels, it just got rejected and the market fell substantially. And I'm talking about fall of nearly 30% on the price of the Airtel Limited. And after December 2020, and the market, when it broke that, it gave a move of nearly 50% in the share price of Airtel Limited. So that is how a simple plain line support provided a trade which gave you a return of 40% to 50% for a year, and which is very high by any standard. I would take it any time of the day. Now, the second point of support which you saw was a trend line support here. Now, if you look at this red line which is flashing in the center of the screen, I have joined the bottom point of this line here, and I have just continuously dragged 3 points into it. So if you look at it, the trend line got supported in the market for about a period of nearly 4 months. So the market share price went from nearly 330 to almost 560 with the help of just this trend line support. And what happened, whenever the market went and came near this support of trend line, it just got bounced back. It nearly gave a return of 15 or 20% every time the market gave a trade. And as and when the support got breached in the market, you see what happened, the support got breached at this level of nearly 520 on the market. And what happened, the market fell to the previous support which we are talking about, this zone here. The zone here, when the market was not able to breach that, and the market came down to almost 400 rupees after the break of this support in the market, which means a return of nearly 25%. So as and when a major support or resistance is broken, or as and when the major support resistance holds, the market gives you very decent trade, and it gives you even better trade when the supports and resistance are broken. And I'm talking about a return of nearly 25 to 30% in a period of 6 to 8 months. So that is the power of support and resistances. Now I have drawn this support or resistance for Airtel Limited here. You're seeing that the market is getting rejected near 600 levels. So as and when the market goes there, we see a bit of selling pressure coming, and on the downside we see a level of nearly 550 being a very important level right now. So whichever side the market breaks out, we could see another 15 to 20% move in the price of Airtel Limited. So if I were to take another example, I'm going to be taking a share from banking sector. I'm going to take the shares of ICICI Bank. Now this is a classic pattern of trendline support and the range play in the market. Now let us understand that. Now again, if I were to shrink this chart again here, now you see this broader ranges being played in the market. I'm talking about this range of 300 to nearly 340, and this is where the becomes one support in the market. And why I've taken 300 as a base, because this is where the market comes and keeps bouncing back, and as and when the market comes below it, it gives you a 20% return on the shares. So this is where it becomes a very important tussle point. I'm talking about second point being here near 380. As and when the market tries to go to that point, we see a selling pressure coming in, and we see a nearly 15 to 20% fall in the price of ICICI Bank. Similarly, if I were to take this trend line support in the market, and this trend line has been coming for nearly 2 months right now. It started from the point when we had a big fall in the price of all the banking sector because of pandemic COVID-19. The price came to nearly 295, and after that the market has started going slowly up, and it's given nearly 30% return if you were to just follow the simple trend line support in the market. And what was the entry point? You could have entered near somewhere around 300 price on the ICICI Bank, and if you had just trailed your stop loss to the supports in the market, and so you would have nearly still got a return of 25%, because the support got breached on 375 level, and the market is now trading below it. So we could be seeing the next support coming to picture, which is the first level being 336 and the next level being 295. So that is the power of support and resistance. With the help of simple trend lines or simple straight lines, we can have a fair idea about that, which is where the more major action is, or which is where the major volume happens in the market. I'm not saying other prices don't have volumes. I'm saying the support and resistances have much more volume compared to any other price levels. Let us take another example of, say, Bank Nifty. Now this is being an index example. It's going to have a slightly broader range because it's a combination of 20 stocks of public sector bank and private sector bank. Let us understand the concept of Bank Nifty here. Now I have made the chart little big here. Now if you look at, I have drawn nearly 4 lines here. The first line being at the top of the screen, which is a red line here. The major resistance for the market comes around 32,000 levels. Why? Because whenever the market has gone to those levels, the market has got rejected here, and it's fallen nearly 25%. And I'm talking about fall of nearly 5,000 points in the index of Bank Nifty. Now, we see this level being important at around 26,700. So what happens is there, when the market got rejected at 32,000, it came to that level. And why that level was important, because this level was previously supported earlier also. So market came down there, and again it gave a move of nearly 20% in the index, and again it fell down, getting rejected at the resistance in the market. And this time the market was able to breach that level of 26,500, and we saw a fall of nearly 30%. We can also say there was a fundamental factor, but technical factor also gave an indication that at the breach of this level of 26,500, we could have a major sell-off in the market. And the first target which we had in mind after the fall was nearly 23,000. Because why? Because that was also a major support or major resistance in the market. The market, if you look at the left-hand side of the screen, which has the market trading below this range of 23,000. Whenever the market tried to go there, that level, it got rejected, and when the market breached that level, that became support in the market. So the market couldn't come below that. As and when it tried to come below that, it got a move of nearly 20% on the upside. So what happens is there, whenever a support or resistance is breached, say if support is breached in the market and the market trades below it, so while going up, that support becomes a resistance for the market. And similarly, when a resistance is breached in the market and the market trades above that, and so market whenever tries to come back to that level, that resistance becomes a support for the market. So this is the power of support and resistance. The roles get interchanged when they are breached on the either side. That is how support and resistances work. Now again, when the market got corrected here and the market fell to almost 17,000 levels during pandemic time, we could see a trend line formation here by joining of 6 points on the screen. So market moved from nearly 17,000 to nearly 23,000 on the screen. And whenever the market came near this support line, it got rejected and the market went up. So, and this is like a market has broken this trend line 2 days back, and we've already seen a fall of nearly 3 to 4% in the price of Bank Nifty in a period of just 1.5 days. So that is what happens when you see a big support resistance being broken in the market. I hope we could understand, or we got a basic understanding of constructing simple supports and resistance in the market. The first thing which you need to keep in mind is that volume is very important, and time spent there at that level are important. And you have to see that the amount of candles which are having their bodies or their wicks touching those lines in the market, moving back up from those levels. So that is how you construct a very simple support and resistance in the market. Now to conclude, let us understand what is the use of support and resistance. If with the help of support and resistance, you get a very good entry or exit point on the trades. And when I say entry point, when the market tries to come to support and you see that the market is getting supported and there's decent supply coming in the market, it could give you a good buying entry in the market. And if you were to look at the concept of resistance, whenever the market goes to that level and you see rejection in the prices, you could see the shorting or selling opportunity in the market, and it gives you very good entry points to enter new shorts in the market or exit your longs in the market. Support and resistance can also be used to either exit your position, or even you can, if you're already having a position in the market, they could be a point where you can keep a stop loss for the trade, because if those levels are breached, you can see next support or resistance coming in the picture. So that is the power of support and resistance in the market. I hope we got a clear idea about the concept of support and resistance in the market. I also urge you to join our Telegram channel, which is mentioned on the right hand side of the screen. If you join the channel, we got a constant update on our daily views on the market and what do we expect on the days to come. And plus you get notification on our articles, our videos and our courses launched directly into the chat box. I thank you for your patient hearing. I'll see you in the next concept technical analysis. We'll be taking another topic of technical analysis in the next chapter. Thank you so much.